Brainstorming and sharing ideas is the funnest part of the creative process. We decided to skip the boring part of actually making stuff and just do the fun part. I'm your host, Tom Walma,
I'm Chris Young.
And I'm Jay Gonzalez.
and this is Creativity Wasted.
I've been thinking a lot, and this is kind of like a mix up of like two different ideas that I've had for a while. I've been in LTL forklift driving for like 10 years, dude. So,
Uh-huh.
like, you know what I mean? Right out of high school. And like, I know it's kind of weird, but like, they have like little competitions and stuff like that every year in like Indy or even like Knoxville, I want to say, of like forklift and driver like competitions, like almost like a little Olympics type of thing, dude. It's pretty weird. It's pretty funny. So I was like
Like
thinking,
rodeo, like they call them
yeah.
rodeos, right?
Oh yeah. Yep, yeah,
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah. But it's like we should definitely like that. I was thinking like that should be in a higher scale in the Olympics. You know what I mean? Like truly something in the Olympics because there's forklift drivers everywhere. There's regardless of the model. You know, I've been on many. There's drivers everywhere. Truck driving does it's all over the place, global, bro. You know what I mean?
You might have like the cannonball run where they got to get the medals through the town, and no, I'm just joking.
Yeah, dude, but so there's that part, but also like not so much Olympics. I'm trying to like find the right wording for it because I'm like I overthink everything, but I'm like there should be like it should be more like either Olympics or like NBA, like its own association. Like you can draft, you know what I mean? Like you could draft forklift drivers and like drivers and stuff like that, like CDL guys. You just draft them. It's like the weirdest things. You can have like teams for like companies or something like that. You know what I mean? Like big
This,
carriers or
this, if you know anything about trucking, the Swifties.
the Swiss. That would be the worst team possible. Worst team. There's pages made specifically to make fun of the Swifties. It's
Yeah, no,
insane.
for real. That I've seen some of it. Like Swift is a huge. Not picking on. We'll probably get
Yeah.
picked out on this, but they're like one of the largest trucking companies in the country. But there's a whole thing like called the Not So Swifties, and
Yep.
like it shows them just like driving into lakes and getting stuck under bridges and all those things. It's
Like
funny as
the craziest scenarios. Like, and then there's always those cranes that tip them over and stuff.
yeah.
But yeah, so like I was wondering because that'd be cool. We get like a forklift slash driver federation. You know what I mean? And then like
Mhm.
they have like crazy cool competitions like every year where like I seen some where they like drive through some courses and all that stuff like backwards with freight on them and all that stuff, but it's like, there's that. We should add I was thinking about adding one where it's like you have to stack like stuff perfectly like as high as you can go, you know what I mean, before it tips over, cuz right now I'm a forklift driver but I'm doing shipping and receiving stuff. I
Mhm.
I don't really load up the truck, so I do a lot of steel coils and they all come different shapes, sizes, gauges, and like we stack them up and I have to pretty much eyeball it to where it's not going to be looking like the Leaning Tower of Pisa and like potentially hurt somebody, you know what I mean? And like
Right.
that's a skill, you know what I mean? That's not just
Yeah. Oh
like, you
yeah.
know how they say NBA, you got to be really good basketball, you got to be doing, dude, same thing with forklifts. I'm just saying, same thing with forklift and CDL driving. You got to put in time. You got to learn certain tricks. There's like you can tell from a bad forklift driver to a good forklift driver like night and day. It's insane. Like
Right.
drug testing, even though that's gonna eliminate like over half of the good ones.
Right. Right. Right.
They're all. I mean, not alcohol testing. I'm sure they'll be fine. A lot of it, so you'll still keep a good percentage of them. You know what I mean?
Right.
I like that too. And like I don't know. I was just thinking like that's been like I don't know. That's just something that's been going on ever since I've been forklift driving. Once I heard about them doing rodeos, I was like they just do those randomly and then like there's no federation, there's no like committee, there's no like
Right.
you know what I mean, like you gotta monetize that, dude, you know what I mean, you gotta watch some unhealthy freaking dudes just driving forklift and like doing some crazy insanely talented stuff, like pick like oh there's a pallet like sitting in between another one. Try to get it out of there with minimal damage, and they're over here like looking like magicians with their
Right.
fingers like on the knobs and stuff, dude. It's crazy, like locked in, dude. I like that. Uh, uh,
Okay.
uh. But the draft also just to add interest to it too. You know what I mean? Like contracts and and like I don't even
Stat
know, man.
like a fantasy league too, where
That
other
too.
people are betting on them from other sites, and yeah, you're cool.
Yeah. Like like if they add a section of FanDuel on it.
Well, they have like lumberjack games. I mean, there's no like federation, I don't think, but they do sort of tour around and have multiple events.
Like lumberjack, like actual like lumberjack dudes, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Yeah, and they can like climb a tree with like some sort of wrap thing in like
that's dope.
6 seconds. It's insane how fast they can go up the tree.
Oh, so they tour that? That's actually pretty sick. That made me think of like touring Monster Jam. Like they're like, hey, come watch these men climb trees. Like
Yeah,
let's
for real.
go. I like that. Watch these guys stack pallets till
Right.
one doesn't fall.
But I mean, the crashes and the things falling would be fun to watch. So if you could come up with like a series of events that are likely to have crashes that are
Oh,
fatal.
so like instead of a normal like but I mean, gosh, OSHA's gonna lose their minds watching. OSHA's gonna lose it. They're gonna
Right.
have everybody's gonna have a heart attack. But I was thinking of like having like a course where it's like a little bit elevated, so there's that potential of like, oh shoot, I'm gonna tip over. You know what I mean? It's not just flat ground like, oh, I hit a cone, whoopsies. No, it's like, oh crap, I'm going to fall like 2 feet if I
Right.
don't like line up, so that could be like a really potential like risky one because you gotta dude, you gotta eyeball that, man, seriously. Wet floors, you know how wet floors are, dude, with forklifts. Like it's
Yep.
like ice, it's like you're driving on ice. We gotta have one
Right.
with like slippery floor. That's a real test. But
You could
OSHA
have
will lose it.
dummies or
You said what?
mannequins robots walking around, or dummies like
Pedestrians,
positioned
yep,
like
for pedestrians, yep. And you have
yeah.
to honk your horns too, or otherwise you'll get
Or
points deducted.
auto pickers, which is a forklift that runs autonomously in warehouses. So
Oh,
you'd
okay.
have to like get in front somehow, get in front of those and pick the goods before they did on the time and get back to the thing. So it was race against the machine kind of stuff.
They have the racks and stuff, and they're like kind of like barely close together, so it adds a challenge. You gotta
Yeah.
like yup. I like that. Yup. Picking against the autonomous one, and ooh, that'd be kind. Ooh, yeah, definitely. I'm trying to think of other ones because the course one still. I'm not gonna lie, like the OSHA in me is like, oh no, like that's horrible. Even if it's like barely like 5 inches off the ground, that be tipping over, dude.
Yeah.
That's tipping over. But I mean, if you know anything about forklifts, keep your hands and feet inside and just brace for
Right,
impact.
right, right. Yep.
Simple. Yeah.
Don't get
So
them. I've actually worked in a warehouse and run forklift and stuff and driven a truck in my life. But people get forklifts stuck in the back of the truck, and then you got to go find some other gate to get them out because they've sunk it down, for what the truck will squat more than the gate will drop, and the
yeah,
forklift stuff, just crazy stuff. So
yeah, and then but there's also I was also gonna add this, like there's got to be like a regulated like regular forklift because it's like there's like millions of like models. There's the ones with the knobs in the front, and then at
right,
my job there's ones with the knobs like to your right, as if they're like like you're putting the car in park and stuff, the shift or
yeah,
whatever. Like it's like we got to find the right one because it's like you got to learn how to master that stuff because I'm over here trying to like put it in drive up here, but the knobs down here, and you're like
right.
so a regulated the forklift, like Toyota or something. I don't know, bro. Toyota be going crazy with the forklifts though. Not gonna lie, the Nissan one, no, the Nissan one sucked. Yeah, Nissan one sucked. But
And then the ones you stand on.
oh, those two. Yup, you gotta. Yup, we have a section for that. Heck yeah, because those tip easier. So definitely the courses would be a lot more dangerous with that one, even if they were flat ground. Because one wrong turn, one hard turn, and you're tipping over, dude. It's the craziest thing. Sorry, Tom. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't know if you'd want to broaden out the I'm still thinking sort of on the lines of the lumberjack Olympics where there's a whole bunch of events. You could have like either broaden it out to be like warehouse Olympics.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
could
yeah.
have things beyond just forklifts. You could have like I don't
Pallet
know.
jack races, those are fun.
Yup.
And then something with like Amazon warehouse, like grabbing things from the shelves really quick and running around or
Yeah, I worked at Amazon for 9 months, so they it's like yeah, they have a bunch of cool stuff there that I kind of stole ideas from. Sorry, Jeff. But I didn't record in there, and that's a huge rule in there. But yeah, no, yeah, like you were saying, the traveling one that'd be really sick because then it's like you would it be like you can get like it's the same people, or you get like different people to like, hey, like sign up and we'll be in your city. You know what I mean? Like to like compete. That'd be kind of.
Like a pro-am, like you've got pros against the local hero that's the king of the
Oh
fork,
yeah. I like that.
like American Gladiators kind of thing, and then they had just people that showed up or.
And you said you driven forklift for 10 years. That checks out. Go right over there with the other local competitors. Stuff
Right.
like that. I like that. Driven for 10 years. All right. You got to show your little license or whatever. I like that. Yeah, pro am. Yeah, that's dope. See, screw the Olympics, bro. We got this one. This one's way better. All right, a traveling one, pro am, and it's like warehouse, and it's a warehouse instead. We
And then
broaden
people
it
that
to
hang out
warehouse.
with Snoop Dogg, you got to give them some unhigh time before they come down.
Man, we gotta get weed legally or federally legal, so that way when that's traveling, like the best of the best warehouse workers
Yeah, you
come
can't
out.
go
You
to
know what I mean?
Florida, you can't go to Iowa, you can't go strictly, Michigan, Pacific Northwest kind of stuff.
Hell yeah, dude. Sometimes Cali, you just pull up there every now and then. Oh yeah, I like that. That's a good travel. The traveling one really broadened it up, man. Holy crap! And then the so no drafts. Screw the drafts. Drafts are out of the question. That was just a random idea I had, but that's actually pretty dope. Let's get on it, boys. Let's get on it. Let's do that. Other than that, I don't really. There's another idea. No. That's it. That's it.
Could you do? I don't. I never worked in a warehouse. I worked in like a tool and die shop for a while in
Oh,
college.
okay.
But like I'm might be confusing like warehouses and like docks, like
Nope. They're
shipping
both
yards.
both can be the same. They're like I've done both. Like if any, like it as long as it's a forklift, as long as there's a truck, as long as there's like stuff to move, I'm sure it'll be cool. Cause
Could use cranes, something with cranes.
I've used I actually use cranes at work too. I actually have the button pressing, freaking grabbing cranes of like giant steel coils. So and I only did it twice, and I'm doing it. I'm doing good. I haven't dropped nothing yet, so we're good. We're good. They were like, "You ever touch a crane?" I'm like, "Yeah, never touched a crane. What are you talking about,
Yeah.
bro? Never." But I learn as I go. But yeah, definitely adding the cranes too. No, you're not mixing anything. They both go hand in hand. At Amazon, they have a dock and the warehouse together. There's a million places that have that. But tool and die, that's dope, Tom. Tom Walma.
Mostly, I did like intern stuff, like clean like 6 inches of like lubrication with metal shavings like off the side of the machine.
Oh,
Right,
yep,
right,
yep,
right.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do a lot of that. Heck yeah, dude. I be seeing them, man. That's crazy. And then they gotta like they're huge. The dies be like, ooh, that could be another one too. Like moving dies around because I see a lot of guys having to move dies and they're all different shapes, sizes. You can add that too because dies are
That's where
very.
sometimes they have like those high-lows or forklifts that are like 80,000 pounds and like look like a big tow truck to move some of those big heavy dies in shops and things.
Yeah, the ones where the one that I use sometimes has air brakes, so
Yeah.
that's kind of I'm like, what? This has air brakes, but it has a backup camera, so it's pretty
Yeah.
cool because it's
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah, I don't know if this would relate to an event. It's because it'd be kind of boring to watch. But what happened was the tool and die shop, they stored like some of their stuff that they didn't use in a warehouse, and it got flooded. So they grabbed a bunch of the stuff from that warehouse, and it was all disassembled. I don't know why they had to disassemble it, but they disassembled stuff and threw it in boxes and then shipped it back to the main place. And I had to try to figure out how to put this stuff back together
Oh
again.
my gosh.
And I could not do it. You would think like a die, like it's got like a top and bottom that interlock, and it's got like screws and like things. And it's like, it doesn't seem that complicated to like figure out how to put it back together, but I couldn't do it. And then my bosses were sort of insulting me a bit, and then so they tried and they couldn't do it either.
I like that, dude. That'd be pretty cool. That like putting dice together and all that stuff with a quickness. That could be one too. You could put that in there. Come on now, man. You can mix all that. There could be different divisions in that, bro. Come on now. Warehouse, dock division, tool and die division. Come on, Tom Walma. You're smart.
That was another. I don't know why I'm telling all these stupid stories.
I
That
like
was
them. I like them.
the hell do they call it? There's a big sanding thing that you put the metal block on, and it's got like a big like drum that spins. It's like about as wide as my arms. It like spins really fast, and it comes down and it sands the metal part. And the guy was telling me how to use it, and he made a big deal about, oh, make sure you turn the magnet on to lock the part down or whatever. And as he's explaining it, I noticed that he forgot to lock the magnet.
Right.
And I guess I must have been a little miffed at him for something, and so I didn't say anything. And of course, he turns it on, and it goes flying. And there was a guard there, like a big.
Right.
He closed the door to the thing, and it banged against the thing.
Dude,
I thought that was funny.
that's crazy. I like that, Tom. Well, you're freaking.
Those machines and stuff, they could be fun to watch for a little while. I don't know how much like shenanigans, like events you could do with them that wouldn't be like crazy dangerous. Like a forklift, yeah, you could try to go super fast and not have things knock over if you screw up, or that seems you could make it safe with certain types of like fake boxes of stuff that's not going to crush you to death or whatever. But
Yeah, exactly. Yup. Yeah. I mean, as long as you have your hard hat and your PPE, I'm sure you'll be all right. You know. No, I'm
yeah,
kidding.
I don't know with like tool and die machines.
Got your day glow vest on. Everything's cool.
Vest and hard hat on and safety glasses. I see no safety violations right there. I like that, Tom Alma and Chris. Hell yeah. Thank you for brightening my idea. That really, because I was thinking like competition, but it's like, no, dude, make it a cool thing, local thing. You know what? I'm going to get right on that. Nobody steal that, please.
Yeah, I like the idea of making it like put WWE in it a little bit, make it a little fakey with like
a champion.
Like
a champion, too.
Jousting. You could do jousting with them.
That'd be cool.
Like,
hell yeah.
it needs to be a little chaotic with stuff falling down and shit.
Sure.
You can't just have a straight on competition that's like super.
Like if you drive in the wrong area, it'd kind of be like battle bots where spikes would come up and like jam you or something.
And you know what's crazy? The majority of forklift tires are just blocks of rubber, so you don't got to worry about your tire going out. You just get stabbed and
Right.
keep it moving. So that's a safety thing. You're not gonna be like, oh no, my tire skirt out of control, dude. I mean, even if it takes a dude, I've driven forklifts with like a fourth of each wheel missing, and I just gotta sit there like this the whole time. Like whatever, I guess I'm living with it. And I've learned to do good with it. You just gotta adapt, bro. You just gotta adapt.
Cool. Any shows or podcasts or performance related things that you want to promote?
Check out my website, chrisyoungcomic.com. See my schedule. Looking forward to being in Grand Rapids October 17th through the 19th at Dr. Grin's.
Nice.
Looking forward to try to get some stuff ready to work a cruise ship coming up in November. Check out my dry bar special if I could get like 999 people to watch, or excuse me, 999 million people to watch that. You'd all have to never see me again.
I'm on Instagram, comedy XJJAE. I think of it as comedy by Jake. I'm gonna be at the library in Benton Harbor September 15th. Hosted by Joshua Matthias. Hilarious, dude. Come check it out, dude. I believe it's like a $5 cover, $10. Check the website at the library, guys. It's gonna be dope.
I have a Twitch thing called Gaming McFitness where I build video game controllers into fitness machines, and then I stream me exercising while playing the video games.
This has been a production of Planet Amp Podcast, powered by Pinecast.